Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Joy Gonoje here, and the B and the E. So today's video is just going to be putting us through, the cost of living in the UK, rough cost of living, like roughly. I don't know how to put it there, roughly. It's actually rough. Cool down. So welcome back, and by the way, if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so. I'm always begging in all my videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, just don't need. It's free of charge. It doesn't cost much. Anyways, today's video is just going to be putting us through the cost of living in the UK. Coming to the UK, I actually thought that you just convert and this conversion thing is a story for the other day. But then, I had the notion that okay, it's a high salary now. They pay you a high salary, and you just spend at least 20,000 naira monthly to take care of your living expenses and all that, aside rent, anyways. And then you're good to go. You keep the remaining ones for enjoying yourself, for living the baby girl's life. But I was wrong. Oh, I was really really wrong, because coming here I realized that the more you spend, the more you earn, the more you spend. You understand? So say you pay the high amount at the end of the month. For instance, you pay them £2,000 monthly. Now I'm just giving the average because the average salary a band five in the UK, a band five nurse, and so £2,000, you pay £2,000 monthly as a band five nurse, and then you have to pay for rent. You have to pay for rent. That's one of them. They've removed the taxes, for instance, or okay, you have to pay tax. Like tax is like £200, £100, depending on how much you earn. It's just the rough amount, £100 to £200. You pay that amount, and then, for instance, your salary is remaining 1,800, because you're going to pay tax. You're going to pay a pension money. You can decide to opt out of pension anyways. If you don't want to continue, you can decide to opt out. It's just like a money they are gathering for you for when you retire at the end of the working years, and then you want to retire. The money you're going to gather, they are just helping you to gather it. So that's it. So you can decide to opt out or remain on it. But that's by the way. So what they do every month, like when your pay slip arrive, they deduct your they deduct like three major things from your salary, which is your pay as you earn. That's your tax. They deduct the tax. That's like average 200 and something pounds, depending on how much you earn. So the more you earn, the more you pay. I think it's about 12% of your salary or so. And then they deduct that. Then they deduct your national insurance, which is your health now, because you're under health insurance, your health insurance fee, that's like roughly 100 and something pounds. And then they deduct your pension as well, which is like 6.6% of your salary. I think that's just the rough estimate. So those are the three things they deduct from your salary. And like I said, you can always opt out of the pension if you want to. So if you opt out, they will no longer deduct. And if you opt out, then you can opt in, like apply for them to send you back your money, like the pension you've been paying before, for them to return it back to you, and they'll pay it back to you. So those are the three things they deduct. And by the end of all this deduction, you'll be left with at least roughly £1,800 to go home with. 1,008. And it's just a rough estimate. Sometimes it gets higher depending on how much you work, especially how much weekends you work on that in that particular month, how much night shift you work in that particular month. Because night shift and weekends and bank holidays, they give you higher pay. Like they pay you like almost times two of what they pay on a normal day. So per hour now. So those are the deductions. So you're going home with a £1,800 now. Let's just put it at that. 1,800. And then you have to pay your rent. Your rent is about 400, 500, 600, 700 pounds, depending on where you're renting. And mind you, this money, when you convert it to naira, it's a lot of money. When you convert, for instance, when you convert what's it called now, convert £500, let's just give an average, £500 to naira, that's like more than 500,000 naira for your rent per month in a shared accommodation, depending on where you're living, sha. But then you have that, and then you're going to start paying your, you know, if you're living in a shared accommodation, all bills inclusive, you don't have to pay bills, the light bill, water bill, and all the rest. But if you're not living in a shared accommodation, say you're living in a house where you're paying the bills, you have to pay light bills, pay electricity bill, pay light is electricity. You have to pay light bills, that's electricity bill, you have to pay water bills, you have to pay all those gbogbo bills. You have to pay all of them, and then at the end of the day, you see that you're spending, okay, almost £1,000, £1,000 in your rent and all those money as well. Okay, for instance, you're not paying as much as 1,000 pounds for your rent. So you're paying just £500 for your rent, all bills inclusive. You're living in the shared accommodation. That's you and other people are living in the house. You have to start buying foodstuff. Like foodstuff is another thing. Groceries, they take a lot of money sometimes. You go to the supermarket, you want to buy, say for instance, you want to buy bread or cake or milk, or anything at all. Let's just say you want to buy, okay, you want to buy apple, like a small bag of apple now, something that you eat, right, immediately. It costs you £1. You want to buy bread, it costs you like 79 pence or 80 pence, depending on the bread you're buying, or roughly £1. £1 is like 1,000 naira. The apple, 1,000 naira. You're buying another thing, £2, something thousand naira. Like the things like that, they are going. You see that you're spending all those small pounds. You think that, oh, it's too small now, it's just £1, you just do this thing. By the time you gather it together, by the time you start adding them, all of them together, you realize that you're spending almost all your salary. Your salary is going as it like your salary is just going like that. You don't know when you actually start spending and spending and spending, because £1 looks small to you, because where you're coming from, £1 is like 1 naira, and you're looking at it as the same amount. Like £1 is 1 naira now, so it's not a big money, and you just keep spending as you go. But actually, that's your salary that is going. It's bleeding out. It's just bleeding out. So you have to be very careful when you're spending, and not look at it as like using the naira eyes to look at it. Because that's what I used to do before. Like use the naira eyes to look at it. £1 is like 1 naira. It doesn't cost much now. It's just £1. Let me spend it. £50. I look at £50 as if it's 50 naira or 500 naira. And actually, £50 is a lot of money, because £50 minus the remaining 1,000 naira, £1,000, sorry, minus the remaining £1,000 that is remaining from your salary after you've paid your rent now, is remaining 950. Say for instance, you have £1,000 left in your salary, you've paid your rent, you've paid your bills, you've sent money home, and you left with £1,000, or £900, or let's say £1,000. You've sent money home, you've paid your rent, you've paid all the other bills you have at hand, and you have £1,000 left. If you take £50 away from that 1,000, it's remaining 950. And that £50, you might just see something you like, and they say it's £50. You'll be like, £50 is not a big money now, it's just a small money. Please look at it as if it's a big money, because by the time you keep removing those £50, £1, £10, £20 out from your salary, before you know it, your salary has vanished. It has disappeared. You will not know how it disappeared. You understand? So we just have to be very careful with the eyes. Like, let's know the kind of eyes we use to look at our salary. It looks big, it feels big, it's big, but then the way you spend is also big. Yes, salary is big, but the way you spend is also big. Let me say salary is big now. The way you spend is big. So what you're buying, all those things you're buying, the pound, the £1, they matter. Every £1 you're spending, every 59 pence you're spending, every 20 pence you're spending, it matters. It's coming out from your salary, and as it keeps coming out, it's going. Before you know it, you're left with £20 at the end of the year. Oh Lord, have mercy. Last year taught me a lot. Oh man, last year taught me a lot about these things. I was just spending anyhow. Like, I was looking at it as if it doesn't matter now. It's just this. It's just £1. What can £1, like £1 is just £1. You just go to, it's like 1 naira, it's like 2 naira, 5 naira. Ha, don't take it like that. Don't, never make that mistake. Never make that mistake, please. Please, oh, like look at every £1 as something that is of a significant value, because anyway, just take it like, you're being paid. Say your salary now is like £1,800 per month. Take it like you're being paid 1,800 naira monthly. And then how are you going to spend 1,800 naira if you're being paid that every month? So if you're still in Nigeria or you're fresh in the UK, use that eye to kind of look at it, and that way I think it will help you to limit your spending to the barest minimum. I know we all have dreams. When we come here, we have dreams that, oh, I'm going to be careful with my spending, I'm going to save a lot of money, I'm going to save this, I'm going to save £20,000 by the end of the year, or by this one, I'm going to spend 50, I'm going to save £50,000, this £1,000, I'm going to buy a house. You will have that dreams, fine, but then if you are not careful with your spend, if you're not careful with the way you let out, like let go of £1, common £1, you see yourself losing all that money by the end of the month. So we just have to be very careful. We just have to limit our spending. Know that it's not the same currency. You're not being paid the same currency like you were in Nigeria. You're living in a different country. You're being paid in a different currency. So with a different currency, take it like that. Try to limit your spending. Try to value every pound matters, every life matters. The life of every pound matters. So that's it, guys. So that's just what I want to talk to us about. Yeah, most of the foodstuffs here, they are within that range. Some of them are expensive, but some of them, most of them are within the £1, £2, £5 range. That's the foodstuffs. So all those, groceries and things like that, depending on what you're buying anyways. African markets, yes, it's very expensive. African market can be really expensive. It can be times two, times three of, the normal things, the normal groceries here. So just know what you're buying, know what you want to eat. I'm not saying don't spend on your food, but know that whatever you're spending is coming from your salary. Know how to spend, and know the kind of eyes to look at your money, your salary you're spending with. Okay, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the like button, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.